Alright, I think it's time for an update on the Makerworks space. Not too much has changed in here, aside from the workbench and some boxes that I'm storing for someone right now. The general plan has changed a little bit for down here. What I'd like to do is build a wall that goes from the door along the corner of this upper level, and then split this lower level into two sections, with the section on the left being for project storage and the section on the right being split into two or three studio spaces. So that's this space. It still needs to be painted down here. You can probably see by the marks on the wall. Wherever it's gray, that's where it's going to be painted gray. So pretty much that entire back wall, and then the pillars are going to be blue. Now the rest of the place has been painted. There's still some places that need to be touched up. So the entryway, this has been painted. Now upstairs is where a lot more stuff has been going on. So blue on that back wall. The plan for this space has changed slightly. What it's going to be now, over here, I have the coffee machine, so still need to get the microwave and the refrigerator in here. But then once that's in here, the walls are going to have a bunch of whiteboards on them. There's going to be a small conference table in the middle of the room here, and then there's going to be seating, either couches or just chairs for people to be sitting in here. So if people just want to be sitting, using the internet, reading, looking at some plans, that type of thing, that's where they'll be doing that. The plan for in here hasn't really changed too much. This is still going to be where people will check in, and if there's any materials or equipment they want to buy, this is where that's going to be happening. Over in this area, this is now where the workbenches are. So as you can see, I've got started getting quite a bit of stuff in here. We'll take a look at the 3D printer. This is only the second print that it's done. Right now, it's working on some Google Glass stuff. Actually, it's a 3D printed version of Google Glass. So of course, it's not the actual thing itself, but we'll give an idea of what it'll look like on the wearer. Also, I guess over here, just sort of an overview of a bunch of the tools. There's a lot of stuff for working with electronics. I'm still working on fleshing that out. Behind here, there's going to be pegboard, so a lot of the tools that are sitting here, it's either going to be pegboard or tool storage stuff. Moving over here, this is the first workstation, and the printer. So this stuff is going to be, it's only here temporarily. Eventually, the workstation and all of that is going to be back in this room here. So there's going to be a couple of desks along this wall, and that's where the workstation computers will be. And then the plan is for the laser cutter to still go over in this corner. Laser cutter is supposed to be in sometime this week or early next week, so I'm looking forward to that and being able to start doing video on that stuff. If we do end up getting a large format printer, this is also the room it's going to be in. So think of this as more of a production room. That stuff there. And then this room is also going to be where classes are going to be held, when there are classes held. So a lot of these speakers are just in here temporarily. So there will eventually be a flat screen TV or a projector on that wall. And then when there's classes in here, then we'll be able to take out folding tables and chairs too. So, all right, that is where Makerworks is at right now. So I hope that you all are doing well and are excited for Makerworks to open up. Oh, speaking of that, the launch date is starting to look more like a soft launch, early to mid-July. Still not sure of when there's going to be a hard launch yet. But all right,